Let the battle begin!
And that's going to be a 4-man mosh pit with the Ring of Frost connecting huge.
This is actually going to be the big showdown.
And that's a triple kill.
A huge flame strike going on to everybody. Here's the Riptire onto DiMaggio. DiMaggio is in trouble.
We might have a comeback for the ages.
It's very close. This boss is not even dead, but 65% of the core here. This could be a game.
Hello and welcome to the Thursday Night Showdown. We're back for the last time this season, and over to my left here, it's not Ghost Dunk today. Look who we got for you. My first time getting to cast the Mark Zombie. What is going on, my man?
How's it going, dude? We're good friends already. We've only known each other maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, but I'm already feeling the chemistry. I'm excited to be here on the Thursday Night Showdown.
Heck yes.
I missed my, I actually had a game on Tuesday, so I couldn't do the Tuesday night, so I was thrilled that Jason was like, oh, how about Thursday? I was like, yeah, seems good.
Well, yeah, it's Pigeon Stitches not only on Tuesday night, but we're getting them again here on the Thursday Night Showdown. They're from Division D West, where they are going to be facing OC Peach Boys tonight. And you see on the screen right now, I have their records, 13-4 for Pigeon Stitches. OC Peach Boys at 13-7, so they're neck and neck, actually ranked 4 and 5 in the standings right now, Mark.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I always say as a caster, I love seeing the 3-game, the full series. As a player, super stressful, but you know, for our enjoyment, kind of hoping to see the 3 games. And yeah, either way, it's going to be some wild Heroes of the Storm tonight with these two teams so close in the standings.
I couldn't agree more. We have quite the matchup tonight. I haven't heard from either of our teams yet, so hoping we make it into our lobby. But as for these squads, do you have any prior knowledge of either of these teams? Have you gotten to watch them or cast them at all?
Yeah, so Pigeon Stitches, we have a little Nexus Cats, a team I play on the East. We have a little bit of a history, I would say, because last season of NGS, and correct me if I'm wrong, there were no East and West kind of divisions. They were just conjoined. So we actually played up against them a few times, and I think this season we did a scrim towards the beginning. So a little bit of a background, and then Peach Boys. Haven't gotten the pleasure to watch them or cast them yet, so pretty excited to learn some new things here.
Yeah, I actually just reached out to our teams in the Division D chat. I see you're typing as well, so that's fantastic.
Let me just backspace that.
Oh, there we go. I think I just got the lobby invite from Tiny. I just need to confirm we have everyone on the right sides for tonight. We want Pigeon Stitches on the left, ideally. And looks like we have them backwards. I'm going to have to ask them to swap sides. Can we swap sides? Pigeon Stitches on left. I can send you an invite too. Sorry about that, Mark.
Fantastic. No problem.
Let's find you. There you are. Invite to game.
Here we go. I'm in.
All right, looks like they're going to be swapping sides for us here in this lobby. Kurt Dig, welcome. The TNS hype. I feel it too. Let's go. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah, on first map here, we're going to be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen, which is, I know Kurt, I had the pleasure of casting Kurt in his debt task, though, boys, last night. Yep. They ran a pretty interesting high aggression kind of medieval kidnap combo on this map, which was awesome to watch. So I don't know. Personally, Spider Queen's one of my favorite maps. Really small, kind of close quarters.
I love it too, and for the main reason of I love just the wave clear. I love drafting a tank that is very strong at doing it on this map. I think her best. I got eyes on Johanna during this draft.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would expect to see her involved either in the bans or the picks. And yeah, this map is just, it feels like there's heavy macro play. Even though it's so small, there's still like a fair amount of like macro play, you know, controlling those 2 turn-in points, you know, keeping up on the lanes. And then also, yeah, being such close quarters, we're going to see a lot of action with some ganks.
I sure hope so. I'm wondering who's going to be hanging out near that bottom lane, trying to get those ganks going on. You have that turn in between it, and I love seeing sneaky heroes just pop out of nowhere and get that gank. And sometimes you see 20+ gems being dropped in that bottom lane can really swing this map tremendously.
Yeah, there's a pretty ridiculous clip actually of the kidnap combo I talked about with the hook, the gorge, the portal, taking an Artanis behind the enemy, behind the walls, dropping 43 gems. It was it was crazy plays. But here we go into the draft here. First of best of 3. D West, 2 D West teams.
So Pigeon Stitches tonight on the left, they will have the first ban here, as this was the map selection of OC Peach Boys. Okay. So I talked about the Johanna. I'm wondering to see where this Division D West division has found itself in the meta right now. Are they banning away these tanks early? Are there other heroes, maybe like a Kael'thas here, that can be some trouble here?
Yeah, definitely Kael'thas. I'd expect to see some involvement, and then I'm also kind of curious where we see Maiev prioritized. I know maybe towards the lower divisions might not value her as highly, but every once in a while when a team can run it, it can be some. Hey, there it is.
Looking smart
not
already.
Not gonna mess around. Maiev banned out. Pigeon Stitches don't want none of that.
And following behind the Maiev ban will be a Nubarak by OC Peach Boys, and there's one of those tanks that's sitting high in the priority list right now. I did see the patch notes yesterday and saw Nubarak got a couple nerfs, and I'm wondering how that patch actually is going to play out this week in NGS, because a tank like a Nubarak who's seen so much play, does he fall back a bit, but we see he's still getting some bans.
Yeah, and then I was gonna kind of ask you about that patch. If anything really stood out, I haven't had the most time to kind of comb it over, but it looked like a lot of mana adjustments, which I think were much needed. But then the other 2 bans, Peach Boys taking out the High Lord, Alarak, get him out of here, he's gone, and Pigeon Stitches getting rid of that Zeratul.
Yeah, taking away both the A-Racks, a noob A-Rack, and Al A-Rack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there you go.
Smart banning strategy there by OC Peach Boys, as we do see, this is the one I wanted to see. It's Johanna, first pick by Pigeon Stitches.
Yeah, it's definitely a fantastic pick here. I love running her on this map myself. Kind of that condemn, pull in the minions, and then she has a fair amount of AOE, but she can synergize really well with some mages. And speaking of those mages, Goldaniel going to be coming out here for the side of Peach Boys.
Yeah, Gul'dan, obviously, he is a mage, but of the mages, maybe the best wave clear out of all of them. He has incredible sustain because he should never be running out of mana. Forget yesterday's mana patch. Gul'dan doesn't care about that stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm stoked. Aris Vicious can be picking up Gul'dan, and of course, you got to worry about those horrifying gauges. Other side, Kael'thas, Mark Zombie.
Yeah, this is going to be a fiery, spicy draft. Getting to see Kael'thas and the Lucio come out. I'm pretty excited to see what Lucio brings to the table here. Haven't gotten to see too much of his involvement since since his major rework. I've had people scream he's OP, and I've personally had some fun myself with the kind of push off talents. Then of course, yeah, that Kael'thas. Will we see Convection? That's
hope not.
You think I'm joking, but it's come up. It's come up a handful of times here.
Yeah. Well, I guess there's a chance. Will it get the value it needs? We'll see what other heroes will be picked here by OC Peach Boys. We did see the Thrall banned out by them, and we're over with Pigeon Stitches waiting on this final ban. Looks like they're going to take away the Muradin, so trying to remove some of those tank options, it looks like.
Yeah, Muradin, maybe that's could be coming into some kind of insight from the teams, doing some scouting perhaps. But yeah, and then Stitches Lunara coming online for Peach Boys.
I don't know how I feel about the Lunara up against Lucio, just because the heals of Lucio kind of counteract the poison damage Lunara throws out. Will there be enough finishing potential with 2 poison dealers, Lunara and Gul'dan?
Ooh. Yeah, I don't. And looking at it right now, we're going to be waiting for this last pick for the Peach Boys, but I'm not really seeing a lot of strong follow-up to a hook. They're going to be grabbing a Bruiser, so maybe something like Imperius or something like Blaze, just to follow up on that hook, because you're right. Gul'dan and Lunara, that poison damage. Zool, though.
So more poison? Question mark?
More poison, and also the Bone Prism kind of completes that puzzle, I think. And then, yeah, Medivh as well for Pigeon Stitches, yeah.
So the Medivh pick is actually interesting to me. Did they take Medivh just to prevent the kidnapper build there? I don't know. I don't see exactly how they want to fit it in. If they want to use this, Sonya with some portal engages just to get her deeper into a fight, or maybe just as a way for her to get out of a fight. We'll find out. But hey, I want to go over to chat right now, Mark, and see what they have to say.
Yeah.
Hashtag PS or hashtag OCPB in chat right now. Throw your votes out. Let us know who you think is going to win this game number 1 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Mark, you have to officially put your vote in too. Who you
I'm typing it. I'm typing it.
Okay. I guess check in chat for Mark's pick. Looks like he's going to go with Pigeon Stitches.
We got a little bit of chemistry. I recognize some of these names. You know, I've known they've been around for, you know, a few seasons here in the NGS, so that's what I'm rooting on. And yeah, as far as the drafts, I think some interesting picks on both sides. I guess I give it towards. Yeah, I guess I go for Pigeon Stitches, but yeah, the Zool is really interesting here. Like, really piling in the lane clear, grabbing the Zool, grabbing the Gul'dan, so they're going to be making quick work of those spiders. So it should be an interesting series.
Well, speaking of an interesting series, I hope this is an interesting game number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, we're over on Tomb of the Spider Queen, and over on the left-hand side, we got Pigeon Stitches. Slava on Lucio, Deaf Child Area, gonna be playing Kael'thas. Killer Fry on the Johanna. Up in the sky, we got Fox playing Medivh, and last out of the base, it's going to be Black and Avian on Sonya. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, they are Pigeon Stitches.
And on the right side, the red team, OC Peach Boys, we got Teeny on Stitches, Kernet on the Ana, Soul on Lunara, Attack Power on that Zool, and Eris Vicious on the Gul'Daniel.
I'm going to correct you. I think it's Tiny, like almost like Tiny.
Okay. I felt really stupid there reading that name. I was like, I think it's Teeny, Tiny, or T-Y, Knee. I don't know.
Either way, we got a Stitches player, and it's not for Pigeon Stitches. And I wonder if maybe that was part of their draft strategy as well, just taking away their namesake hero.
Yeah, and bringing out the Stitches sprays as well. Maybe trying to get into the psychological aspect of mind games, trying to get into their heads. But yeah, right off the bat here, we do see both teams kind of going for that mid-top, kill the spiders and move strategy. Just a little bit of magical chairs. Musical chairs. Trading places.
They can be magical and musical. I'm looking at this magical fight in the bottom lane. Sonya trying to chase down Zool. Attack power, very low, 169 health, and will be able to make it back to as well. Tapping, getting some of those HP points.
Getting those HP points back. And now up here in the top lane, kind of portals coming out, not really able to do anything too aggressive here. Just looking to grab gems. Both teams pretty neck and neck, pretty even so far with the lane clear.
Pretty even so far, and I'm wondering how they're going to be able to get this Gul'Dan to step up and start leading the way on this wave clear. It's going to require Tiny to get into this wave as Stitches to make that room happen, but so far it looks like Deaf Child Area getting the better deal of this mage war between Kael'thas and Gul'Dan.
And kind of looking at some talents here, we do see Party Mix coming out in Lucio, which you know, I think that's the talent that kind of recently got readjusted, moved to level 1. And yeah, that's kind of an interesting pick for me. I'm curious to see where the Lucio takes this new spec.
Bottom lane, seen some action there. The Sonya and Zool trading back and forth, and I think Zool's now having trouble because he doesn't have that well available anymore. Black and Avian using this time to get some of those B-steps in.
Yeah, just kind of asserting the dominance. I don't have mana. I'm just gonna B-step. You're getting low. But Zool securing some gems for his team here. I think it's important to, whenever you have the opportunity, just to get some gems turned in. Can really help out, just in case something unexpected happens. You don't want to go down, drop a bunch of gems.
Yeah, talking about gems, so far I'm looking at these gem counts, and it's a 5 gem lead for Pigeon Stitches, but already 12 in the bank is OC Peach Boys, and they're looking to turn more in up top. Stitches is here with Lunara, but good defense so far by Pigeon Stitches.
Yeah, absolutely good defense, and we didn't get to see the convection coming out here, but I do like this this new talent, Energy Royal. Well, not really new, but new to me. B-Train kind of turned me on to it instead of the range. But uh-oh, Teeny, a little bit extended up, not able to get his gems, but he's just going to be walking away, trying to poke.
And this is going to be space for Johanna to drop off 25 and make it a full 50 for the first turn-in. Pigeon Stitches going to have some web weavers in just a moment.
Uh-oh, meanwhile, in the bottom lane, there are two heroes kind of fighting over this bottom siege camp. Zul not ready to step down. We do see both teams now going to be converging on this. Big Boop comes out. Zul still contesting it, but looking awful low. Big protected, keeping him alive.
Yeah, here
Johanna moving in.
Johanna fat condemned. She's going to subdue the Stitches leaving as well. Here's the portal. I don't think they have enough damage, or do they? Kelthot's trying to get something going, but 150 health. Stitches will live behind the wall.
And then we see these first blue Weaver phase crashing into the walls here. Most of the members kind of postured on the bottom hand lane, maybe looking to give their solo laner an advantage, get that bottom well down early. And level 7's coming online, just a little brief period where blue team has the advantage here. And oh, Johanna goes in a big condemn. Tiny falling awful low, gets booped back from the Lucio. 22 gems are about to fall, Murda.
And the portal now. Lunara might still be in trouble, and she is. Soul's killed. Attack power could be next. Cool. Surrounded by a sea of blue, and Sonya's going to spear in for another kill. Make it a triple, and looks like will be a quad. Pigeon Stitches getting some blood in the bottom lane.
Yeah, taking advantage of this Weaver phase, taking advantage of that portal, really a way to catch your opponents off guard, moving all your team members across. You think you're safe behind your fort, behind your wall, but think again when Medivh is in the Nexus.
Looks like it might be successful, but still not down, and Stitches is nearby. There you go, Pigeon Stitches will get it, now finding Stitches again.
The portal comes out. Looks like blue team gonna be going, kind of licking their wounds, walking away with a pretty nice first phase there, getting that whole fort down in the bottom lane. Gonna make it really hard. Zul will have to stay down there and play a little bit of cleanup.
They're sending Kael'thas to the top to continue this wave here. A lot of gems sitting on these minions here as well. They're trying to turn in what they have on hand. Currently now 22 in the bank. Only 12 so far on that first turn in for OC Peach Boys. They're falling behind now on the gems mark, and it's starting to get a little scary for them.
Yeah, it's this snowball is all of a sudden turning into an avalanche here. Level 10s are right around the corner. The B-steps are not slowing down. Black and Avian moving in, looking to get that little bit of extra experience. Yeah, so 10s come online. They're going to be really close to another Weaver phase here. Uh-oh, Gul'dan seems to be the target. The portal goes out. He's juking left, juking right. He can't get out alive, and there's 15 more gems lost from the side of the Peach Boys.
I'm glad you highlighted that fact that 15 more gems were just dropped, so not enough for that first turn-in on hand anymore for OC Peach Boys. They got to get back into these lanes, work on gems again before they can have anything happen, and it's going to be so hard because look at what just happened. Level 10's achieved for Pigeon Stitches as they're looking for their second turn-in.
And we do see the Wrath of Berserker coming out for Sonya. Blessed Shield for the Johanna. Sound Barrier, go for the Lucio. Medivh kind of holding on to it. Kael'thas holding on to it. Maybe waiting for a little bit more information before they make their choice here.
Stitches all by himself, gonna get speared and stuck in a spot. Tiny, surrounded once again by Pigeon Stitches as Sonya gonna spear in and whirlwind on top of him. 13 more gems hit the ground. Zul could be next. Look at this mark.
Oh my gosh, here, Murda, the Medivh pick is coming online. We didn't see the immediate synergy, but we just know now that it's in the tool belt for Pigeon Stitches to bring the aggression. It doesn't really matter what they've got that coordination, go through the portals, and they're getting kills and walking away pretty nice here on Spider Queen so far.
They're getting kills, a lot of them, and it's not who you think getting most of them. It's Medivh with 4 right now. Fox is shredding it. He was able to finish his Arcane Rift quest, so now Medivh's a full hero, and he's showing why they wanted to draft him.
And the level 10s are online here for the red team, so they can just kind of, hold that thought. Portal goes through. Lunar's flying off a low, but she's just going to hop and walk and bounce away to safety.
That was scary.
A little bit scary for the Bambi. And then, yeah, Putrid Bile for the Stitches. Nano Boost on the Ana. Leaping Strikes. Oh, hold the thought. Big Poison Nova coming out.
There's a barrier to negate it perfectly by Lucio as the Leaping Strikes are not coming out from Soul. The chase is on, but the portal's been dropped. And it looks like Medivh might be able to get most of his team out of here. It's going to be Lucio falling without a heal to keep himself up. But a decent way to get out. It looked like it could have been more.
Yeah, that power of that triple or quadruple poison synergy, I guess. We got Lunar, we got Stitches, we got Zul, we got Gold Daniel.
I don't know if I've ever seen this much poison damage. Can we call it the cyanide comp? Like, I don't know. You can even count Ana. She has poison effects with her arrows or doses, right? So
right, yep.
All 5 heroes have some way to put a dot on you. More dots!
More dots, throw more dots. The level 13s are coming online here. So, you know, Peach Boys, they had a nice kind of turnaround, nice defense, no keeps lost, bottom looking awful low. But if they can just kind of play the long game, really try to farm up some gems, you know, avoid that heavy aggression from the portals, I think they still might have a shot here, Murda.
Yeah, I'm getting word in chat that my mic dropped. It looks like on my end of my mix board that it's working. Maybe it was just temporary. But Psycho Bear, if you're still out there, let me know if you can hear me.
Yeah, keep us posted here at chat.
Here's another portal. Stitches surrounded. Does use his vial, but he's still surrounded. He's having trouble getting out. There's going to be the Phoenix on the ground. But Tiny's going to be able to use that movement speed increase from his vial to get away.
Yeah, the Horrify was burned there as well. I think it only connected on the Johanna, who then popped her Condemn. So we do have a little bit of that peels from... hold on. Leyline Seal coming out. All of a sudden, blue team moving in here. Stitches falling awful low. Gonna be getting out of this alive. Sound Barrier gets burned as well.
Yeah, that's actually big. 80-second cooldown there by Lucio gonna be burnt on. Really not too much threat. But it's ultimately a pretty good objective phase. You see they get all the outer forts down now. This bottom keeps sitting on the thread as they're invading this camp, and here come OC Peach Boys. Without that Horrify, though, not able to make a move in.
Yeah, they are able to just kind of zip out with that portal. They show that they've practiced the strategy, they've practiced the hero. So yeah, they're going to be getting out alive, but Peach Boys now all of a sudden kind of in their best spot to come around. They have enough gems to turn in. They have level 13s. There's no no talent differences right now. So let's see what they can do with this.
Well, it looks like they're going to try to force a turn in on even talents here. Might be their best spot left, but Sonya in the vent going to spear forward, getting that force of will from Medivh, making sure she doesn't take too much damage, but the poison still ticking on her.
Oh, Zul's an awful deep here. The Curse Strike's coming out. He gets booped even further back into the Blackline. Horrify comes out. Leaping Strike goes on. A lot of damage coming out from the side of Pigeon Stitches here, but Zul's going to be the first to fall. It's a 1-for-0 trade so far. All of these life bars are so low.
Leyline Seal going to reset it, and Stitches next to fall by Sonya. Good grenade from Ana, but Medivh once again with that area force of will, making sure no one's fallen yet.
Yeah, but Death Child falling off a low. The Sound Barrier is up back in time just to save Kelphas's life, but I think it's kind of like what we highlighted earlier in the draft here. They between the Lucio heals kind of countering that damage over time, and then also the kind of almost like a double support from the shielding on Medivh. It's really hard for the red team here to secure those kills, as we're looking at 10-2 takedowns so far.
And very close to level 16 now are Pigeon Stitches as they call in their third objective of the game. Still no objectives for OC Peach Boys, as we're potentially about to see the first keep of the game fall here.
Yeah, hook goes out, doesn't connect. Still looking to step up, try to big corruption coming out. Lunar, Leaping Strike dives in the back line. Blue going off the leap, the Curse Strike, he's healing himself up. Blue team's falling off below the portal. The disengage portal goes out 1-for-1 trade so far.
This is a ton of poison. It's all still ticking. That's a triple kill. Lunar is still running, but Lucio's giving enough speed here to Medivh. They're going to get out, and let's see what happens with this push now. The objective's still on the field. and I don't know if they end up getting a keep here.
Yeah, that was a really good play there by the Peach Boys, trying to take that fight. I don't know if 16s came online in the middle of that phase or if they fought Talontier down, but either way, a 1-for-3 trade. It's going to cause Pigeon Stitches to kind of back up, not be able to push fully with their Reavers, and I think we might, yeah, no forts down so far.
Aris Vicious doing enough wasted there on Gul'dan to keep that bottom keep alive. That's huge because those catapults here, if they stack up enough, you have to respond to it, and late game can give enough room for the other side to go pick up a boss in the top lane. So I love keeping that keep there. I mean, it could really make the difference heading on to this final phase as we finally get to see OC Peach Boys with their own web weavers.
Yeah, first Weaver phase here for the Peach Boys. Level 16s are online, so they've done a nice job playing the long game and staying alive. As we see them now kind of, uh-oh, big leyline seal coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4 members. Kings goes down to big Zool, Poison Nova, but he's going to be the first to fall. Tiny also on the run here. Medivh looking to maybe get that kill. It's a 2 for nothing so far.
Lunara still trying to chase it down, and another great shield from Medivh to negate that poison damage as well. No one falling from Pigeon Stitches. Thanks to Lucio and Medivh, fantastic work. They're going to be able to clear out this top tier and presumably rotate around and get the rest of these cleared out.
Yeah, it's not much here we can do on the side of Peach Boys. Losing 2 members, can't really step up. Unfortunately, they're not going to get much other than the walls at these forts here. Maybe a well down bottom. And just a quick update here from chat. Just saying volume is just unbalanced. Mark's
I tried tweaking it again.
Okay.
Just to kind of, I can see what they're saying about the balancing issue. That's fair. And I can actually maybe get myself a little bit louder. That should help. Alright. Oh, I should move the camera too. There we go. Camp taken down bottom by Pigeon Stitches. Neither team with enough gems on hand for a turn-in. But closer to that point right now is OC Peach Boys. But they're going to have to start getting desperate because one more level and it's level 20 for Pigeon Stitches. Here we go.
One person goes out. Sony might be the target here, but a big clumping Johanna. All those members in. Unar going deep, falling first here in this fight. 1, 2, 3 members go down. The nano boost Gul'dan's not going to be enough.
Yeah, right here. Circle of Protection by Medivh all game long has been incredible. Fox is maybe even healed more than Ana or Lucio in this game, but just tremendous play by Medivh once again, leading his team to another fight victory, and now looks like it'll be a boss as well.
We should be able to take a look at seeing 16k shielding from that Medivh, which is about as much healing as the Stitches is doing, so.
It's incredible.
And then, yeah, Boss is going to be now marching down the top lane. Level 20s are online. I think they're going to be threatening a keep.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this Kael'thas being split so far away from his team. I guess they want to try to make sure that bottom keep falls, but you're pushing with the boss right now. This could be the final play of the game if you can get this kill. And it's happening. Big shield by Johanna, keeping some of her players alive as Zool trying to run away. The portal comes in behind him, make it 1 and 2 as Zool and Stitches are down.
There it is, that big protected coming out here, getting all 5 members. The Killer Fry looking down below the sound barriers to keep them alive. And now all of a sudden Lunar is going to be the next to fall. The living bombs are on, but they're in the Nexus and safe.
Lava, that was the hottest barrier of the night so far. Everyone was almost dead. This time, actually, again, look at that poison. It is incredibly strong, but it's going to be too little, too late, Mark. This is going to be game number 1. Hand it over to Pigeon Stitches.
Yeah, and just a quick refresher there. Was that the map choice of Pigeon Stitches?
That was OC Peach Boys picked that map.
Okay. That's interesting.
So here we are in the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Gotta say, love the Thursday Night Showdown logo that sits behind me on this scene. Props to Weenus for putting that together for us this season. But let's take a look at this match summary. We got Pigeon Stitches taking it home, 19 kills. They reach level 20 and take the victory here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Anything standing out to you, Mark Zombie?
Yeah, so I want to, maybe this will be a question for the interviews, but I just want to kind of get an idea at some of that drafting phase. Seeing Peach Boys brought us the Spider Queen, and then we saw some kind of interesting picks between the Zul, between the Gul'dan and Lunara. I'm wondering if that's something that was originally kind of planned for, or maybe an adaptation, or something that got banned out that they wanted.
Well,
yeah,
this cyanide, arsenic comp, whatever it might be, pick your poison. It was countered. Quite frankly, I thought Fox did such a great job with the circular protection with Medivh. And then Lucio's barriers as well were just on point the entire time. And like I said, the damage just a little bit too slow from all that poison.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're going to take a short break. I'm going to throw us to a commercial break here. Probably about 3 minutes. We're going to set up lobby number 2. And we'll be back with more Pigeon Stitches and the OC Peach Boys. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back and sitting in a lobby here with our teams. Mark, what did you think of game number 1?
Game number 1, yeah, a little bit, Peach Boys bringing us to Spider Queen, so I'm kind of expecting a little bit more coming out. I'm really curious about that draft, maybe some of the decisions they made, but yeah, my one takeaway thought here is going to be ban Medivh. I don't know.
It's not a terrible idea.
Worth a ban.
I mean, we were talking during the break. I also thought the Lucio was fantastic. I mentioned how well the barriers were played all throughout game number 1. So just a lot of really good play by Pigeon Stitches. And, you know, we're talking about these two teams ranked number 4 and 5 in Division D West. They're very closely ranked, and I'm expecting OC Peach Boys to come out here and bring us to game number 3, because, I mean, they got to if they want to keep in this race for the playoffs.
Yeah, and we are going to be going to Volskaya Foundry here for our second map, and first draft team is Team 1. So I think that means that Peach Boys elected...
Yes. Once again, Peach Boys picked this map.
Okay.
So yeah, Volskaya Foundry first to ban will be our Pigeon Stitches blue team. I do want to say welcome to chat, everyone who's joined in the meantime. As we're heading into the draft for Volskaya Foundry, shout out to Zool Rules in chat. I see Shives90 hanging out as well. Scooterman's here, and Gaming Dad got here a little late, but glad you were able to join us tonight.
Cheering on Killer Fry. What is up, Gaming Dad? Hope you're having a nice night here as we go into map number 2 for the Thursday night showdown for NGS. Volskaya Foundry. And these are 2 Division D West teams that are pretty neck and neck here in the standings. So I'll be excited to see what goes down, what the Peach Boys can bring out, how they adjust their draft. Maybe are they taking the Medivh away, banning the Medivh out, maybe they don't value it here.
Well, right now it's Pigeon Stitches looking for their first ban, and I'm wondering if they're going to stick with that Maev ban we saw in game number 1. If I'm them, I'm not changing too much in my strategy.
Yeah.
I thought their drafting in game 1 was fantastic, and yeah, there you go. Maev going to be banned out for the second time.
Yeah, I'm kind of expecting the same couple bans we saw, and oh, there it is, immediately wasting no time. Peach Boys taking out the bird. Fox was too much.
Way too much.
Yeah. I think that's a good choice here.
I've seen a flying fox before, and it's in one of my favorite Nintendo games, Star Fox 64. Of all the Star Foxes was my favorite, but he certainly looked like a Star Fox there in Raven form, just hopping out, and then getting his team on top for the kills was just fantastic as well.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever seen quite as much value from that AoE protected talent. It seemed like just at the right time, canceling so much of the AoE from the cooldown, from the Lunara, and then Pigeon Stitches banning out the Chromie here, kind of mixing it up. Their previous ban was the Zeratul, and then Peach Boy's previous ban was Alarak, so...
Well, they also don't want to deal with Kael'thas, apparently. He was played in game number 1 to some success. So 2 mages taken away with the last 2 bans there, and if you count Medivh as a mage as well, and there's 3 taken out in these bans.
Yeah, now we do have that Anubarak is available here. Alarak is available. I don't think they'd value him first, but we might see Anubarak coming out, or, you know... Oh, there it is. Killer Fry going to be running the Anub.
So this is interesting because he was banned out in game number 1 so early by OC Peach Boys. Now he's going to be prioritized by Pigeon Stitches. And, you know, it leaves up a few other tanks that are in this meta. Diablo's still out there. You still have either like a Garrosh or a Johanna. And they're not even going to worry about taking it yet because they know those options are there. They take Gul'dan and Ana.
Gul'dan and Ana, 2 heroes we saw them run. You know, it was kind of hard to keep up with the Nano Boost plays, as I feel like they kind of got dove upon from that the portals, so that we couldn't really see Gul'dan getting too much value with the boost, but they're going to go for it again here. And then on the blue team, we got Lucio and Junkrat, 2 Overwatch heroes coming out here.
I think this is Junkrat's best map.
Yeah, I'm personally a big Junkrat fan, and I used to love running him here.
Fantastic. His grenade launcher is going to get infinite value inside these control points. The Rip Tire as well. It's going to most likely be hitting a fat clump inside there. And then at level 13, you get Ripper Air, and you become this wave clear specialist. And I don't know if anyone post 13 is better than Junkrat at doing that.
Yeah, and another thing is also like he does a great job at point control, you know, able to set up those concussive mines, blast targets in, blast them back, set up those traps as well, making it harder to move onto the control points. So I definitely like the Junkrat pickup. And again with the Murden ban.
Yeah, so our final 2 bans here in this 3rd slot for each team, exactly the same as game number 1. Actually, it was the Thrall in that spot, but still the Alarak ban. And the Murden was also banned out game 1 by Pigeon Stitches. But here we go, Johanna and Blaze. That's some HP pools.
Yeah, I was kind of curious to see if we'd see the Johanna exchange since they had Pigeon Stitches elected a Nabaraka as their tank, because I think she can get some serious value on this map in the kind of like longer, more sustained battles. I also really like the Johanna Gul'dan pairing as opposed to the Stitches, because Stitches, you're kind of looking for something like Janus and Blow Up. Oh, and Spurious coming out here, and then the Zeratul, we do see Fox. This is looking like a pretty nice draft. I like Pigeon Stitch's draft. I got a lot of crowd control between those two tanks, a lot of stuns. They've got that poke damage from Junkrat, the disruption from Junkrat, Zeratul to clean up the kills.
So the interesting thing here is the Blaze on the side of OC Peach Boys. He's going to have that bunker if he wants it. Will it be used to try to negate a Riptire? Can it be dropped effectively after a Void Prison? These are question marks, and we see that last pick's going to be Raynor, so I got to go to chat once again. Hashtag PS or hashtag OCPB right now in chat. Root for your favorite team. Cheer them on here on a Thursday Night Showdown. I see you guys talking about Pigeon Stitches maybe learning a lesson on Tuesday about banning away at Chromie. I love all the insight from chat here.
And I was all about that Pigeon Stitches game one. I'm gonna flop, little flip flop here, going for the Peach Boys. I want to see that third game, that third series, just to spice things up, get super excited. So yeah, I'm on the Peach Boy train here.
I wish I brought a Peach with me to the show tonight. That would have been perfect, because you root for them and you just take a big old rip on a Peach and say, let's go Peaches.
I've got an orange, but
I live right next to the Peach State. I'm a neighboring state to Georgia, so there's plenty of peaches around here. Here we go. Game number 2. Let me introduce this team on the left-hand side. We got Pigeon Stitches, Black and Avian up front on Imperius. Deathchild area so good. Game 1 on Kel'Thas. This time playing Junkrat. Fox, he's on Zeratul, Killer Fry on a Nubrak, and once again on Lucio will be Slava. Ladies and gentlemen, Pigeon Stitches.
And on the right-hand side, we got OC Peach Boys, Teeny on Johanna, Aris Vicious on the Gul'dan, Soul on the Blaze, Curret on the Ana, and Attack Power going to be playing that Jimmy, aka Raynor. And I'm kind of looking at these names here. Did they do a swap up in their... Was Curret and the last game?
Well, apparently Tiny changed back to Teeny. So there's that. Level 1 talents on your screen right now. It will be Echo Corruption from Gul'dan. I think probably the way to go here. Ace in the hole, of course, for Raynor, and that's going to be Laws of Hope for Johanna. So you're not going for those extra blinds, because really, what does she have to worry about? Not too many things to blind on the other side.
And I really do like the Raynor pickup and for their last choice here. I think Johanna and Blaze as well can find a lot of slows for the ace in the hole. You know, dropping those oil fields down. You know, the shield bash there from Johanna. So yeah, but both of these drafts look pretty nice.
Bottom lane, it's Raynor so far pushing Junkrat back to the first well tap of the game. Fox is going to go ahead and switch it up. So Zeratul now against Raynor down here, and you know, it's not a wave clear battle for Zeratul really. He's just waiting for those minions to make it through his wall.
Yeah, Peach Boy's starting off with a camp early, gonna be going for that turret camp. I think it's, if you are able to grab that early, it can come back online before the first objective is over, so you can actually secure 2 if it goes a little long. And some B steps from Black and Avian in the top lane here, getting spicy.
He's trying to get on the leaderboard on Nexus Edge. That's what Black and Navy is trying to do.
Yeah.
He's getting all those B steps in right now. I do want to look down at chat as we have some of your votes piling in. And it looks like we're split 2-2 between these two squads. And really didn't get anywhere with our voting. You guys have us right back at a neutral standpoint.
So maybe we can break the rules here, bring in Murder for a tiebreaker. Where are your thoughts? Where do you lie?
Oh man, you know the rules. All right, fine. I'll do it. I'll do it this one time. From what I've seen early, I think I gotta give it once again over to Pigeon Stitches. I think the Junkrat's been doing a decent enough job since he switched with Zeratul. You see him grabbing one of those fortification camp items, and item control becomes a story. We'll see who can get that support camp. And that might be who ends up winning the first protector, too.
Yeah, and level 4 is both online. Pretty much teams are neck and neck with experience. No takedowns yet, but we will see this first control point coming online, and it's about to get a little spicy here on Volskaya Foundry.
Yeah, I can sense the capsaicin in the air as we speak. Finally, it looks like Lucio and Junkrat will be able to combo for that siege camp up top as we're 8 seconds away from control point A. First to level 6 will be Pigeon Stitches, but we're still a while away from 7 before any action would really start taking place.
And we got the red team now moving on to the control point. Junkrat is still in the top lane. I'm going to be clearing out that camp before he rotates in. But we do have Pigeon Stitches still contesting. Blaze goes in for a jet propulsion, connects with Imperious. Oh, Imperious over the wall, but he's just going to be walking away.
Yeah, he was looking for a spear, didn't find it, as now Junkrat's making his way down. Neither team at level 7 yet, but because Junkrat stayed top a little bit longer, Zeratul was still down bottom. You see Pigeon Stitches looking really close to those level 7 talents, and once they get them, I'm expecting a full engage.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that there, Mert. And also that top camp is still pushing, still getting value. 1-to-1 turrets, items are pretty neck and neck. No teams have dropped those down yet, but 7s are right around the corner. You see Blue team moving in.
There's one of those turrets, as you see the mana bars for Johanna. She's got nothing left in the tank. Tiny in trouble, Soul. He's going to try to jet propulsion in on Blaze. He gets a kill, and he's going to pay for it with his own life. Johanna falling as well, make it 3. As I believe that was our Gul'dan falling. We have a pause, though.
It's a 3-for-1 trade. Yeah, the 7s online for the blue side here. But yeah, Lucio kind of getting a little lagged out. Little 3-2-3 moment.
Lucio's still alive on the map, though, so that's to his benefit. Did lose, however, their tank Anubrax down. I'm going to switch us back over to our caster bench. But so far early in this game, anything standing out to you, whether it's talents or just kind of how that fight went?
Yeah, so I think we're, on Volskaya, it's a little bit more of a shift in the macro. It's less about, of course, you need to be on top of that soaking, but it's less about, focusing on the lanes and a little bit more about focusing on the items. So I think, just in that first phase, we saw some really nice macro play from the blue team. Pigeon Stitches, soaking that top like you pointed out, cleaning up that camp, having theirs pushing it, and Zeratul soaking bottom. So, yeah, it looks like they've got a little bit of edge there in the macro game so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm surprised when they got the 7. Maybe they just didn't feel like they had enough time, but to move up, get that support camp, and have it for the fight. Either way, they got a triple kill. Oh, we're back in game. We're
back in game, yeah. And blue team is starting from 0% here. The red team did make it to 93, so they're going to have a little bit of time. Oh, Zeratul looking for a target. Attack power falling off a low. Rainer going to boost Stim Drone out, but Pigeon Stitch is going to be walking away, making a power play here, grabbing the fortification camp.
That was dangerously close. I was wondering if there was like a wormhole about to come out to try to finish that up from Fox. But Rainer lives, gets healed up by Ana. Now we're back on this point, 50% channeled for Pigeon Stitches, as Lucio appears to have disconnected again. And there's the pause.
Yeah, and level 7s are now online for the red team, so they can get one more kind of opportunity here to maybe win this first objective. They only need 7%, but they're gonna need pretty much a full team wipe, or at least 1 or 2 targets to secure that. And then yeah, on the side of the Pigeon Stitches, they do have 1 turret being held on to.
Yeah, the 1 turret currently in the hand of Fox is the 1 item available for either team on the map, and they just were able to steal that one away from the side of OC Peach Boys. So yeah, potentially another one available if they want it, but the way this control point is, I don't think they have enough time. It's 93% channeled for OC Peach Boys already, so they can't afford to leave this point until they get some kills.
Yeah, and kind of looking at the experience, there's about a full level lead here. The Peach Boys did walk away with a few kills and a little bit of extra soak, so shouldn't make too much of a difference. I think it's still like 3 or 4% health and damage for most heroes.
I do want to shout out Neo Cha-Cha from chat. Thank you for the follow. Anyone out there, if you're tuned in right now at twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series and you're not already following the channel, I don't know what you're waiting for.
What are you doing?
It's one click. That's all you need. Hit the little heart and come back and see some more NGS games go on. The playoffs about to kick off. Actually already underway for the Heroic Division, but 3 more of our divisions will enter the playoffs next week. And there's going to be a lot of matches here on this channel, so you're going to want to be tuned in whenever you can.
Yeah, definitely an exciting time to be watching Nexus Gaming Series, or if you're just stumbling upon it for the first time, you've come in a good pretty good time here going into the playoffs. Going to be some great matches, some awesome, Here's the Storm. I know I hate bringing up the old HGC news and whatnot. Is that huge bummer? Of course,
Yep.
My personal favorite video game of all time and a huge passion of mine. Here's the Storm. So it sucks to hear the news, but it kind of inspired me a little bit to double down my efforts on the amateur scene, because I know there's people still out there that love watching Heroes of the Storm.
Definitely.
I personally didn't really get into any esports before Heroes. I played League of Legends for a couple of years, but never really watched it. And a little bit biased, but I feel like Heroes of the Storm is just it's such a good storyline.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. All the best superlatives for Heroes of the Storm and what it's kind of done for my own life, and been part of, being with NGS and doing all this amateur HOTS is, it's a big part of my own life, and I appreciate everyone who can come in and hang out and make this a possibility for us as casters, them as players, everyone who's in the league. We love it, and we love being back in the game as well on this point. And Johanna's going to stand in, pop that Iron Skin, and try to hold back Pigeon Stitches, but there's a turret in her face, and she's going to start taking some damage here.
Yeah, and turret is down. They're trying to make quick work of that, cleaning it up. It's almost fallen, and 97% here. Tiny staying on the point. Oh, Black Navy falling awful low. Red Team walks away with a kill. It's a 1 for nothing. They're looking for more here. Killer Fry looking awful low, and Numberock might be the next target to fall. But he's going to be burrowing out, and yeah, just like that, Beach Boys going to be walking away with their, well, actually, maybe not here.
That was so good by Gold Dan getting all that damage in, and that's what's going to do it. That's all they need, is pushing them back with some corruptions. And they get this first protector, and now a stun, a big root there onto Lucio, and he's down just like that. You can pause this game twice, but you can't get away from the protector, say the OC Peach Boys.
Lucio definitely getting rooted and clapped there. And now Peach Boys kind of going for a typical clearing out that middle wall and then moving up to the top lane here. That Moonwell's got to be the target, gives him a big leg up on the next objective. Yeah, Peach Boys all of a sudden turning around. Their draft is kind of coming online. And just like we mentioned earlier, these teams are neck and neck in the standings. So even though match 1 looks a little bit one-sided, Peach Boys still here to fight.
Yeah, once again, Peach Boys having to start backing up with very low mana bars, and surprised the continuance of that engagement didn't happen from Pigeon Stitches, maybe feeling a little sheepish after losing their fort wall, but they're pretty close to level 10, and maybe that's what they're waiting for to turn it back on.
And I do see here in chat that Killer Fry, it looks like Killer Fry was playing in game 1. And Currit is maybe a swap or a little bit of a player change up here.
Bringing him off the bench, the 6th man here is Currit.
Oh wait, perhaps I'm wrong. Killer Fry's on the blue side. I don't know what I'm saying.
Okay, Killer Fry is on the left side. Yeah, there's Killer Fry on the new Barak. Did they make a swap?
No, I think Red Team made a swap. I just don't remember reading their name, Currit, in the first game.
Oh.
Could be wrong.
Interesting. Maybe you skipped
Yeah, I very well may have. But level 10s are online here for both teams. Experience is still about a level away, so no talent tier differences. But on the blue side here, we do have Angelic Armaments for the Imperious, Void Prism for the Zeratul, the Riptire, of course, for Junkrat Cocoon, and then Sound Barrier.
Yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in Pigeon Stitches for not making a move with the level 10s they had first onto the support camp. Instead, they just kind of dilly-dallied around top and didn't get too much, except their siege camp, which Blaze is now effectively clearing by himself. Neither team, though, looking at the support camp, and I want to see a fight happen here.
Yeah, we haven't seen any team kind of go for that yet. Both teams still looking to soak all 3 lanes, just trying to get to 13 before that next objective.
Let's checking down bottom is still Rainer, now up against Imperious, the third different hero of the game that Attack Powers had the pleasure of powering back to the wall. The rest of our players are now around the support camp, and maybe we get some action here.
Not quite yet, Murder. Not coming up, not moving out of support camp. It is still available. We might see it come out before this next objective, but either way, both teams are going to be in this portion of the map, as of course B is always going to be spawning up in the top lane. Here it is, control point B.
Ooh, Impale missing there. Burrow charge in as well. Killer Fry now maybe caught by himself. Jet Propulsion locking in 3. Johanna still here with a blind, as Fox is trying to harass the backline Gul'dan to no success, but Pigeon Stitches finally begin the move onto this Sentinel.
Yeah, and I think perhaps, you know, we do see Rainer still in the bottom lane. His sight was still there, so that probably gave him a little bit of confidence knowing they can have that 4v5. But that's going to give Peach Boys here the opportunity to move up to the objective first, but another rock burrowing in deep.
Yeah, shutting down that channel. Now we have a little fight, and we talk about items so often on this map, and currently in control of the better half of items is Pigeon Stitches. They have that biotic emitter they just got, and we'll see if they drop it here.
Salve falling off low. Oh my gosh, a big Jet Propulsion. Blaze is getting so much stun and the combustion is coming out. He's moving in, but it's not going to be enough. The Riptide comes out. Blaze is all of a sudden going to fall, but no, the Void Prison blocking a lot of members from both teams here.
Ooh, that was fat. He had the concussion mine sitting down there if he needed it too. Didn't need it. They get the double kill and now have control of control point B. Remember, they had a similar situation on the first objective and they weren't able to hold it the whole time. So we'll see what can happen here from OC Peach Boys if they can bring it back again.
Yeah, there was a really nice Void Prism coming out. I want to go back and watch that and see what targets got locked in. But as soon as that ended, Zeratul was just there to start spamming that cleave.
Here comes another Impale. That one hits Attack Power, but no follow-up from Pigeon Stitches as they remain on this point with Imperious. Junkrat's back here as well. The rest of the team essentially creating a wall of blue between OC Peach Boys and Control Point B, and no one's making the move to try to get in.
Yeah, 13s are online for both teams, and also, you know, blue team has all out of their ultis. They aren't able to get to the point in time, so blue is going to be walking away with that. Their anti-protector now jumping in, going for a big clap, and a root on Johanna. All of a sudden, Peach Boy's falling back. The nano boost comes out on Gul'dan, but he's not able to get much value from it.
Yeah, laser beam down. They're going to get through the wall of both those turrets. Very low is Johanna now getting speared. Doesn't have the iron skin. Getting booped as well. Tiny barely out of here. And won't be able to make it away. The 6th kill of the game for Pigeon Stitches as they continue to push with this protector.
Yeah, they're not going to be committing to a full fort here. They're going to be instead walking it perhaps down to the bottom lane, looking to maybe get an advantage on that third point here. One quick laser beam for the road, get that tower down. Yeah, I'm personally not sure what I. Of course, it depends on strategies here, like whether you commit to that full fort up top or bring it down to the bottom and look for a well.
I think I would have rather continued onto that top fort.
Yeah.
Because you get the periodic XP boost, you get the catapult pressure, of course, and it just makes your life a lot easier going throughout the game. Instead, we're just seeing a fight take place down here with all 10 of our heroes, and really no one under too much threat. So everyone's going to back out, and we're looking now pretty close to level 16 for Pigeon Stitches.
Yeah, and that talent you pointed out on Junkrat there, Ripper Air, is online, letting him kind of bounce around with his concussive mine, moving faster than out. We see him just launching, you know, halfway across the map there. Going to be a lane clear monster.
The other thing, too, we haven't talked about yet, his taste for explosions already sitting at 99 stacks. We're only 12:45 into this game, just now reaching level 16, and he's halfway through that quest. That's incredible for Junkrat.
Yeah, looking at some damage numbers here, we do see Junkrat leading his team with 30k, followed up by Zeratul at 25, and then over on the red side, Gul'dan sitting with 31k, and Rainer with 28k hero damage.
Here comes the final bits of damage for this top fort. And I don't think the OC Peach Boys want to be around here. Of course, they do have that Horrify from RS Vicious, who was able to use it to some success in Game 1. We'll see if it can be a little better here in Game 2, but he's really that impact player, and he's got to be. Oh, and you see Lucio barely speeding out of it that time. But yeah, Gul'dan's just got to be that player here for OC Peach Boys if they want to win. Yeah,
I think a well-timed kind of a surprise Horrify is their ticket to having control and gaining momentum. Because yeah, between the two engaged tanks that Pigeon Stitches are running, they're kind of calling the shots here with the team fights. See Tiny kind of doing a little weird pathing, taking some damage, popping unstoppable. Down here in the bottom lane, looking for level 16s right around the corner for the red side, for the Peach Boys.
And they should know a Nubrak's top right now, so if they want to start pressuring in, they could. But instead they're just rotating around as 5, it looks like, and maybe find a Junkrat here? No, he's safe because he's got concussion mines, and he's just going to boot himself all around the map.
And level 16s are now online. This is a pretty even matchup we have here. Only one fort has fallen so far, so blue team has a slight structure lead, and of course they've been maintaining that almost full level lead here.
Yeah, bottom lane, you see the well missing for OC Peach Boys, so that's going to be of benefit for Pigeon Stitches as you see that sleep dart hitting from turret, but a Nubrak going to be released by that fuel. Killer Fry's going to be safe. Looking at items, it appears Pigeon Stitches are 3 seconds for this fortification camp, and they already have one turret on hand, one biotic emitter, so they're setting themselves up for another protector here, and I don't know if this is looking good for the Peach Boys.
Yeah, of course, Peach Boys still have that top lane siege pushing in with a catapult to worry about. It's going to get some value, but it looks like they're going to back off the point here. Personally, I think I like to be here first. I think Point C is very hard to move into with those treadmills. So I don't know if I agree with them, going and picking up that extra camp, trading the positioning out and trading the objective for it. But here we go, Tiny moving in. Big Condemn hits 1, 2, 3, 4 members. Heal pulse is down. Oh my gosh, so big combustion going out. All of a sudden, Rainer in the backline getting cocooned.
There's the VP being released as well. As you see a Nubrak going to be the first to fall. And OC Peach Boy turning it on as Junkrat's down as well. Could be more. Imperious down. Lucio could be next. 200 health, and he slides away with a kick off the wall to make it out. But it's a triple kill for OC Peach Boys, and they're looking to get their second protector of the game. Maybe can swing this, but up top, we still have those catapults and siege minions going.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play from Tiny there on the Johanna, moving in, securing a 1, 2, 3, 4-man condemn, followed up by a blaze stun, and that gave Gul'dan and Anna the opportunity to kind of link up the nano boost and put out the damage on a Nubrak. We saw his health bar just get deleted by some fatty corruptions.
Rainer trying to push through this bottom fort. Might be a nice play if they're able to use his protector on a keep wall, but look at the movement happening from Zeratul and Lucio. They're the only 2 heroes on the map, and they're staying aggressive, clearing up a wave and trying to get these mercs up onto that keep, but Blaze here in response should be enough to shut it down.
Yeah, and the Peach Boys, they secured did they get the first protector here?
Yeah, they did.
Or, yeah. Okay. So yeah, second protector for the Peach Boys. Gonna be looking to definitely, they already got that bottom port taken out, moving on to the mid. So yeah, just like that, they're back in this. They're gonna be closing some of that experience gap, which is huge here as level 20s are right around the corner.
So, in my opinion, they probably should have gone straight at that bottom keep. They didn't. Instead, they went to this mid fort. I think the only move now is to also get this other remaining outer fort and just try to negate the catapult pressure that's already become a problem in this top lane. So here we go, 50 seconds left, and this protector now below 60% health. They're trying to make a play onto this fort.
Zeratul Fox moving into the back line and gets a little bit of damage out on Anna. Making sure she's not sitting too pretty. Uh-oh, another rock with Blaze with a big jet propulsion. And here comes the combustion, but it's stopped by a Void Prison.
It's still going to be going when he pops out, and it should hit on at least 1. There it goes, hits on the 2. And that's a great barrier once again. Slava been on point tonight. And I think they all get out of this. We'll see if Imperious can make it out. If he can be in the boombox, and yeah, that's going to be enough. Black and Avian also safe. No kills in that fight. 6-6 between these teams, and they're both at level 19. This
starting to look really good, Mark.
Yeah, it's definitely heating up here. I like this move from the Peach Boys, kind of keeping up their aggression, using that little bit of window they have to secure that support camp. And yeah, now they can kind of just play safe. Maybe Blaze is going down to the bottom, getting a big wave of experience soaked, and looking for a level 20 before this fourth control point, point A.
Yeah, with level 20, look at the aggression happening from Pigeon Stitches. They walk right onto this point. They're going to get rewarded for it. Blaze walking right to his death. Level 20 talents are nothing to scoff at. And that's going to really hurt the Peach Boys because now Pigeon Stitches can do what they want, where they want. We'll see what it is.
Fantastic call from the shot caller there and the coordination of the team to make that invade play. They saw Blaze in the bottom, looking for experience, and then yeah, Blaze also not having vision, not being mindful of the minimap and rotating into the full Pigeon Stitches crew and getting deleted.
It's going to cost them a bottom fort. Still 28 seconds until Blaze respawns. So the rotation's happening. Maybe heading towards his mid-fort. Here's a Nubrak dropping some beetles. And those beetles should be enough to get this fort down, quite honestly. It's all they're going to need with Zeratul here.
Yeah, I think we're seeing really good team fight play from the side of Peach Boys, but I think, hold on here. Black and Avian popping a special, but Johanna blessed shield himself. The Horrify goes connects, but Black and Avian's going to be the target. He's going to be the first to fall. It's a 1-for-0 trade so far.
And he lost a turret, Mark. He didn't ever drop the turret. Johanna steals it away. And this is completely different because RS Vicious still holding on to that biotic emitter. Now Tiny with a turret, and you see the aggression happening here from OC Peach Boys. They're moving on to Pigeon Stitch's fortification camp.
All of a sudden, Blaze is back. He's going to be joining his team. Fox is not going to be able to do much. The concussive mine blows him off the target for now, but they are going to be repping that, eating a Riptire, but still walking away with that turret. And yeah, I just wanted to highlight, shout outs to NGS for this season, for seeding these teams and letting us watch these amazingly balanced kind of back and forth games. So exciting here. Here's the Storm.
This one's definitely shaping up to be a thriller in our final moments. Almost 21 minutes in here on Volskaya Foundry. Neither team getting a keep yet, but up top it's getting close for OC Peach Boys to be losing their first keep. We'll see what happens as we're here on control point A, currently in control of our red team, and Pigeon Stitches potentially ready to make their move when Imperius can rejoin them.
Yeah, Peach Boys sitting with 3 items, of course 2 of those turret camps and 1 heal pulse, so they got a nice structure advantage, but maybe a nicely timed Void Prism or a concussive mine.
Yeah, they got 13 seconds left for that VP. I'm wondering if they're trying to wait out that cooldown, now down to 10 seconds. But let's watch the top of our screen, watch that 5 seconds tick down, and see if Zeratul makes a move.
Yeah, big corruption comes out all of a sudden. Black and Aven looking out below. Oh, big blood shield. And the Riptire connects with 1 target. All of a sudden, Blaze in the backline. Huge combustion value.
Horrify as well, enough to do a lot of work with that combustion. So there's 1 kill, but it's turned around 1-for-1 Blaze balls. Imperius now down 2-for-1. They get 3 as the OC Peach Boys are making it happen again on these control points. They're going to grab their 3rd protector of the game and start marching towards the keep. But Mark, up top, it's catapults on the keep, and it's going to take it down. I don't think these minions can clear it.
I don't think so either. They're going to be at least a little bit of a leg up there for the Pigeon Stitches, losing that team fight, but boom. Catapult. So let's see how many keeps they're able to get here, because they're definitely going to be walking away with the
They got to go core, Mark. There's no question. You don't go for other keeps. You have 30 seconds. You make this happen with the Protector, and the Peach Boys know it. They're moving in. Actually going to lock in Junkrat as well. Deathchild area barely able to rip her air out. He survives. And there's Zeratul taking out, who is that? That was Rainer's down. Now Siege Power is negated. Junkrat falls as well. This is getting a little messy here at the end, Mark.
A little messy at the end. Their Protector is still nice and healthy, but Fox doing a nice job kind of picking apart the Peach Boys into that pit. But it doesn't matter here, as we do see those Fuzzy Boys walking away with a victory, tying it up, best of 3. Game 3, I'm ready for it. Let's go.
Oh my god. So it looked like to me, let me switch over scenes here, but it looked to me like Pigeon Stitches was ready to turn the game around. They had it at a point in the game where they had that protector, the one from control point B. They looked good. They had that keep on the top right side of the map almost down for so long they weren't able to get it until it didn't matter anymore.
And on that last team fight there, one thing I do want to point out is like there's so much going on and quite a hectic fight for a long period of time. All the ults coming out, and but one thing that I think stood out to me is that Junkrat's Riptire kind of blasted Blaze further into his team, and then at that point he popped the combustion, and all of a sudden it was like, you know, they couldn't quite kill him before it went off, so he got some serious combustion value after, you know, kind of getting a little bit of assistance from that Riptire.
Yeah, I was mentioning to follow along with Fox and where his Void Prism was going to end up. It only hit onto one. I think it was the Gul'dan, and right when Aura's Vicious popped out, he got pretty vicious with that Horrify and helped set up that play. So tremendous work there by the OC Peach Boys. They take game number 2. Ladies and gents, we're going to go to another short break. We'll be back with game number 3 in just a few moments. And we are back. Game number 3 lobby is here. We know where we're going.
Temple.
It's gonna be Sky. But here's the interesting fact. This is the first map of the night picked by Pigeon Stitches.
Okay.
Will it be a difference maker for them? Can they win here on Sky Temple?
Yeah, I think Sky Temple is definitely a little bit more of a niche map where you kind of have to have some specific practice there, I would say. You know, oftentimes we see global heroes prioritized pretty heavily. You know, I think just in general, the objective is so destructive. Directly. It's not like minions or anything marching down the lane. It's just laser beams that assault these structures. So, either way, I think we're going to see a pretty close game and lots of structure damage.
Yeah, I'm wondering if anyone's going to try to prioritize this top lane, get a little value there early before the objective spawn, and then get on that top objective point and get down one of these forts early. I've seen some teams at higher levels trying to utilize that strategy since the XP changes that took place this past year. And we'll see if either of these teams are going to try to pull that off here early on Sky Temple. I am seeing our readies from both captains.
So before we get into this draft here, come on, chat. Once again, drop those hashtags. Hashtag PS for Pigeon Stitches or OCPB for the Peach Boys. One final vote here.
And you know what? If you want to wait and see the draft picks, you can do that too.
Okay, yeah, good point.
Maybe that'll change your decision.
Early. Yeah.
We can open up the polls now. Yeah, double loyalty points if you vote now and half if you vote later. Medivh banned away again, and it worked in game number 2 for him. I think that's smart.
Yep. Maybe not necessarily one of Medivh's stronger maps, but either way, we know Pigeon Stitches is capable of executing it on a very high level, so I agree with that ban 100%.
Speaking of 100%, that is 100% first bans of Maev for Pigeon Stitches tonight. All 3 games, she's taken away at the top. There's Kael'thas banned away again. That was the same ban from game number 2 of OC Peach Boys. So we're looking pretty familiar here, Mark.
Yep, I wonder if we're going to see, we did see a Nubarak being ran by Pigeon Stitches, so I don't know if they are going to value it here. And then in the previous, they banned Chromie, but now it's going to be the Ana, which I think is a smart adaptation. We did see them run that Ana Gul'dan. Nano Boost, I think, got a lot of value there. And of course, she's just one of the best healers right now. So pretty fair ban.
Yeah, that Gul'dana combo was pretty effective game number 2 as well. This time it's going to be Brightwing for Current. An early global pickup here on Sky Temple. And you mentioned global might be a factor. Do we start thinking about like Dahaka here now as well? Are they thinking double global, triple, quadruple? I mean, they went 5 poison game number 1, Mark. I'm not throwing anything past these guys.
Yeah, I would like to see it. I'm interested to learn more about Sky Temple, practice for my own team. But yeah, I think Brightwing, with the bribe, with the global abilities, and then also the Emerald Dream on that boss node can really turn games. But we do see Phoenix and Li Ming getting picked up here from the Peach Boys.
Yeah, I think Emerald Wind will definitely have a spot here on this map. You also look at another global hero like Falstead with his Gust, can also get similar value here. But they're not opting to go with more global so far. They went with Phoenix and Li Ming, leaving open their tank and offlaner. Still potential there for like a stage dive ETC and a Dahaka.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Time to tell.
And then meanwhile, Johanna getting taken out. I definitely like this ban as well. I think she's quite a strong hero. We did see Peach Boys running it last, so get her out of their mind as well. They still need a tank. And then Red Team using their 3rd ban on the Falstead.
Taking away a global. So they didn't want it for themselves, as evidenced by the Phoenix and Li Ming pick. And they don't want to have any sort of global matched on the other side. But that Dahaka is still an option, and I wouldn't be surprised if they want to pick it up. But no, they're going to go back to Imperius for Black and Avian. And for tank, Killer Fry is going to play, or Killer Fry rather, is going to play Arthas. So that's pretty scary for Phoenix if he gets stuck in some of those slows. Here's the Muradin pick. One more here for OC Peach Boys.
Yeah, and that's interesting. In games 1 and 2, we did see Pigeon Stitches banning out the Muradin, so I think it's maybe a little bit of scouting. No, it's maybe a comfort pick for Tiny, but he is going to get to Rocket on this 3rd match here in Division D West. So let's see if it pays off. I think Muradin can get some nice value. His 2nd win trait healing him up can really come in handy on these kind of longer fights over the temples.
Especially when you just have a Brightwing trying to heal you up. That 2nd win can come into effect quickly. The final pick being Artanis there for attack power. I'm curious. Mark, we're in game number 3.
Game number 3.
This is like the rubber match.
Playoffs. Pigeon Stitches have been waiting for this moment. This kind of back back pocket ace maybe that they're pulling out.
Who said it in
Lost-
the lobby chat before was talking about the Lost Vikings? They said, is he a healer? Can I play Lost Vikings? My team won't let me. Someone's playing Lost Vikings now in this game. I'm stoked.
CLV, Lost Vikings coming out. Olaf, Baylog, and Eric. And then Fox, being that flex hero, rocking the Medivh, rocking the Vikings. I'm excited to see it, Murda.
I'm excited to go back to chat. Final time. We only got one vote so far from Gaming Dad. He voted double points for Pigeon Stitches. But if anyone else wants to throw their poll in, hashtag PS or hashtag OCPB. God, I love the Vikings pick at the end there. I think it's gonna be fun, but it's Vikings into Li-Ming, Mark, and that's free resets, and that's really scary for me.
Yeah, that's a very good thing to point out. And they do have the Brightwing that can kind of counter soak a little bit against the Vikings.
I wouldn't even hate to see the Greater Polymorph at level 1 for Brightwing to try to shut down this engagement and get the resets, but hey, we'll see what they want to do. Let's introduce these teams on the left-hand side. We got Pigeon Stitches. They won game number 1. They struggled in game number 2. Black and Avian once again on Imperious, Killer Fry on Arthas, Deathchild Area playing Jaina, Slava on Tyrande, and then we got Fox on Eric, Baylog, and Olaf. Ladies and gentlemen, Pigeon Stitches.
And on the right side, OC Peach Boys in red. We got Muradin, played by Tiny. Artanis, played by Attack Power Phoenix, played by Aris Vicious. Li-Ming on Soul. Brightwing being played by Kurritz. The Peach Boys. Give it up. Drop the Peach emotes in chat if you got them.
Neither team opting to try to play onto the Vision.
Uh-oh, in the bottom lane. Some big aggression down from Pigeon Stitches.
I didn't even see that happen. So this is the power, though, with Vikings. They're sticking really heavy together as a group here in this bottom lane right now. You see the rotations are going to have to come out from OC Peach Boys, but already some good value provided by Fox.
Definitely important to know how to play with the Vikings. Taking advantage of their strengths, moving as a team, as that kind of 4-stack. I really do like their draft, though, having those two kind of engage and lockdown tanks, and then Jaina for the blow up, Tyrande for the blow up. It could work out really well in their favor.
Yeah, so here back on the point, we have a Olaf holding mid. I guess I should switch this scene over. That would help. We have Olaf at mid and Baylog up top. I'm wondering if they want to switch that later on and Baylog maybe gets a little more wave clear value elsewhere instead of top here. Yeah. But so far, he's dealing with the Phoenix rather well. Olaf's doing a good job at mid, not under too much pressure just from this Muradin. And down bottom, Eric all by himself. I don't know how they're going to keep up if they're not even harassing it this early.
Yeah, they are going to kind of use their advantage with the lane soak to just bang out those camps early. They walked away with their hard camp up top. They got the siege camp rolling, and that looks like they're kind of shifting focus back here to the bottom lane, the boss lane, with those two camps. Looking for a gank on Artanis. Black and even goes in and misses with the spear. Slow connects. Lunar Flare is going to follow up, and it's going to be enough. Root connects. There's the Blizzard. Brightwing blinks in at the last minute. The cleanse comes out. Amazing job there, Kurrit, keeping him alive.
Yeah, that phase shift heal, the percentage was just barely enough to keep Artanis alive down there. They get this camp as well, but it's going to be quickly cleared up here by Pigeon Stitches. And up top, look at this. It's a bruiser camp on a wall. Phoenix struggling to clear it.
Yeah, absolutely, and a full level lead for the blue team here. As we go into this first temple phase, camps are still pretty heavily on cooldown here. That kind of bruiser camp is still available for the red team, but we do see the blue team here now trying to get some extra pressure in. Uh-oh, big swap goes on Killer Fry. Artanis all of a sudden kind of in deep, and he is going to get impaled, but Root does not connect. She's going to be trying to walk away from this. Black and Avian, though, is the one to fall.
Yeah, I thought Artanis was a little risky swapping an Arthas.
Yeah.
But, you get the kill. I can't complain. Good job by Attack Power. But here we go. We have Temples active. Currently, Olaf getting pushed off by Li-Ming on mid. And up top uncontested is Phoenix on that one.
Yeah, they kind of committed pretty heavily there to that bottom lane. Ended up losing one member, and that gave Peach Boys a nice opportunity to get some early early laser beams, pew pew pew, firing off. But level 7s are now online. There's a little bit of a leg up, and blue team does secure that top temple. And they're going to just be trading it out, getting that top temple, maintaining the 3-lane soak with those Vikings. Just looking for level 10.
Yeah, and should also say in chat, welcome Slexia. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you for the bits. We appreciate it here at NGS. And also, thank you for the follow, Road Dog 666. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, and welcome to the NGS family.
Yeah, welcome Road Dog. Welcome Slexia. And we do have a little bit of a 3-2-3 scenario as one of the players is going to be dropping.
Ooh.
Taking us into a big pause.
Yeah, I think same player. Slava was on our Lucio in game number 2, having some trouble. Now playing the Tyrande, also disconnected here. We'll see how quickly he can get back in. But early in this game, it was Vikings getting that value. Then we're starting to maybe see a turnaround with the kill that happened and the objective pressure that was able to hop on quickly there by the OC Peach Boys. So structurally, I think right now OC Peach Boys are in the lead, and that's pretty important on Sky Temple.
Yeah, Sky Temple, at least my experiences with them, once the structures start falling, once those objectives are up, it can get down to the keeps really fast, and then yeah, that kind of double siege camp boss lane in the bottom. I'm excited to see the boss fight. I'm curious if we're going to be seeing Emerald Wind coming out. Because I know that's definitely, for a Brightwing player, super satisfying, and a little bit of a leg up that your opponents might not anticipate. Mm-hmm. It kind of can impact your shot calling a little bit, knowing that that's online or if the cooldown's available.
I don't know. I guess it makes sense to take it here if they want to start playing for those bosses, but just in general, I think they have the better team with more pressure around that boss to begin with, just because Vikings is on the other side. So anytime you're in there, you're looking most likely at a 5v4 situation. And, hey, you want to bring the Vikings in, perfect, because that's exactly what Li Ming wants.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Those resets. So kind of on that, we'll probably see play again. I don't think Longbow is really. I know in the early days, I myself was a Viking player. I think Vikings was my first master skin. Nice. As a matter of fact, if you guys remember those. But yeah, Longbow was pretty fun. But I think play again is definitely the way to go, because you don't end up grouping them up that often.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw a rowboat come out was sometime in 2016.
Yeah, so to use the rowboat, they need to all be in the same area. So I think that's pretty limiting. It would be cool if somehow you could
teleport into it.
Yeah, teleport into it, choose a location, then all the Vikings go there, and then
that's not too far out of the whole lore of the Vikings either, right? So
I'm not really a Viking lore master myself, but
they have play again. That's like a portal teleport.
Yeah.
Right. So come on, what's the difference? Let's throw them into a boat. But then I think everyone takes the boat. Or what happens if one of the Vikings is dead? Is it reduced power? How would that work?
Well, I think that's how it already works right now.
Oh, okay.
You can use Longbow with 2 Vikings. If one Viking is dead and the 2 are near each other, you can use it, and I think it's reduced power, reduced duration, and then you can also use it if one Viking is alive. I believe.
Interesting. See, I'm learning things every day. When I play Vikings, it's strictly in AI mode just to get XP to one day make them level 15.
What do you say?
Yeah.
Ready to have a little fun?
And I'll just run them in one lane just to get through the game, because I'm just you know what? Give me the XP. I'm out of here. They're they're an interesting hero. They're fun to watch. Not too fun for me to play.
Yeah, little bit can be a little bit stressful. Kind of. I know myself when I play Vikings, I can't really. Typically, I'm the kind of player who's very vocal and likes to take the reins a little bit, do some shot calling, or at least try to keep people on on point. So Vikings, here. This doesn't look great.
Wait, what just happened?
Yeah, just to fill everyone in, we just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of players leaving the game. So just bear with us one moment while we figure out what's going on.
Are we restarting? I mean, everyone left, so I'm going to back out of this game.
Well, yeah. Should we maybe try to contact someone on Discord here?
Well, you know what? The captains are agreeing, it looks like to me, to a replay. If that's what they want to do, I don't care.
Was there dialogue in the chat there?
What I read, it just said, "Okay, I'm quitting," and everyone dropped out of the game. I didn't see a conversation. I don't know. If you hit enter and then hit page up, you can read the rest of the chat.
Yeah, there we go. Quitting out.
So, chat, we are in a weather delay. I'm actually going to throw up a short break as we figure out what's going on here. But we'll be back in about 3 minutes and give you an update.
Yeah, stay tuned.
All right, we're back, and we are restarting game number 3. The captains have agreed to a restart, so anything we just saw is going to be completely erased, including that quick early kill on Artanis in the bottom lane mark. Is there going to be a bit of a different start to this one?
Yeah, we were only just about 4 minutes in. That first temple phase had just wrapped up, so I would definitely anticipate Peach Boys kind of being on their toes and looking out for that early 4-man gank. Yeah, it looks like maybe there were some issues with the player reconnecting, so both captains kind of agreed to just restart this one, and we're loading in right now.
Well, do we introduce these teams again? Slava on Tyrande, Killer Fry playing Arthas Black and Avian on Imperius, Deathchild area on Jaina, and the Lost Vikings will be played by Fox. They're Pigeon Stitches. They were looking decent at the start of game number 3 and 3A, I should call it, as we enter game 3B. Why don't you introduce these guys on the right-hand side?
Yeah, on the right side, the red side, OC Peach Boys. We got Tiny on the Muradin, attack power play by Artanis. Vice versa with that one. Phoenix on Auspicious. Lean Ming played by Soul, and Brightwing is going to be played by Currit.
All right, back in the game. That's what matters, and looks like a switcheroo here. Up top this time will be Pigeon Stitches. Throwing a curveball, see if they can find Phoenix this time.
Uh-oh, it looks like Phoenix is pathing awful close. Yeah, the Arthas root does not connect with Imperious Spear, but the damage isn't there. The follow-up wasn't quite ready for it.
Yeah, if that Howling Blast connected, maybe a kill. Also, I think Jaina a little far back to pressure any damage in, but another good attempt there by Pigeon Stitches, this time to no avail.
The same kind of talents set up so far. I didn't notice any adjustments there, so that's cool too. And then yeah, Artanis sitting down in the bottom, not really able to do too much.
Rotation coming now. We got Pigeon Stitches looking at the first camp of the game. It's Jaina by her lonesome here as the rest of the squad moving up to the Bruiser camp. That's Imperious, Tyrande, and Arthas. So they're getting an early double camp play here, and I don't think OC Peach Boys know about it quite yet. They're just moving on to their own camp and won't be able to invade this Jaina, who's now getting some help from Eric.
Yeah, I think that's a really nice way to leverage the Vikings here. We did see him run it in that game 3A, kind of having that triple lane soak, rocking those camps early. In the bottom lane here, a little bit of swap goes out. Jaina's falling awful low. She is going to be able to walk away. The peels from Eric, that slingshot, keeping attack power at bay.
Let's look at level 4. We're going to get this Merc Lord here for the Vikings. Already going to Bribe at level 1, and with this Bruiser camp up top, I think it makes sense here. And I think that's a level 4 talent, the Merc Lord for Vikings.
Yeah, looks like he's holding his pick off here.
Putting some attention on this bottom lane where Artanis is looking for a swap. Doesn't connect that time. Here comes Muradin, getting stunned again by Tyrande as the face shift is here from Brightwing. Pushing Pigeon Stitches away, but they were able to get the turrets down and the wall. Pretty good value here. Maybe already looking better than they did in game number 1. Or
yeah,
the first version of this game.
3A, I believe. And yeah, just still got a nice little experience lead. I think that's kind of what you'd expect from a Vikings composition. That top Bruiser from the red side is going to be pushing in just a little bit, but we got the Pigeon Stitches rotating, making it, clearing that out, and maybe posturing towards this top temple.
Yeah, this time Phoenix not going to be able to get these shots for free. Arthas is here, and these are going to be traded out more effectively for Pigeon Stitches, as Muradin's going to hold this middle temple by himself.
And we should also point out that Artanis is still kind of soaking in that bottom lane here, getting the kill on Eric, so right in time for that minion wave to crash into the wall, denying just a little bit of experience. But yeah, I think typically on this map you want to look to soak as many lanes as possible and just hold one temple. So yeah, definitely good on the Peach Boys here, able to keep up in the soak.
They're going to rotate Olaf up onto that top temple and bring the rest of the team down, trying to take this fight on top of Muradin. So they get here just a... Ooh, maybe not. They're here in time to get the bonus shots from mid. That's a pretty good value for them when it looked like they wouldn't have gotten anything from this mid temple.
Yeah, those bonus shots doing a little bit of additional damage, so walking in just at the right time. Definitely a good play there on the Pigeon Stitches. And yeah, these teams are so evenly matched. It's definitely very exciting to watch here. And also, Li Ming kind of going for a more Arcane Orb build. Oh, Jesus.
Howling Blast, Spear, and Lunar Flare just to perfection that time by PS. They're going to invade a camp here, 10 seconds on this OC Peach Boy siege camp. Oh, Artanis is going to come look at it too. They don't. Oh, he has no clue they're in this bush. If he walks in here, attack power in trouble. Here's Arthas applying the slows. Howling Blast connecting. Brightwing face shifting in, getting that extra percentage heal with her level 1 pickup. As Arthas now applying slows onto 3 heroes. The rest of his team still on that camp. Now they have to start backing away, Mark.
Yeah, Muradin is now here just to join the battle, secure that camp for their team. That looks awful bad for attack power there. They weren't at that Brightwing, the global value. We see it blinking in, providing a little bit of movement speed and magic shield. There's enough to get that Artanis to safety.
So there we go. They do end up getting a siege camp, but not the one they originally intended to get. This one coming from their own side as Muradin, Li Ming, and Brightwing push in this mid. We did miss up top, Phoenix picking off Balog. So a little value there for them in the top lane for the OC Peach Boys.
And meanwhile, in the bottom lane here, Artanis was almost at risk there. Black and Avian kind of moving in, threatening a gank, but attack power sniffed it out, and he will back up to safety. But in the mid lane, Tiny stepping up. They're looking to take out this fort here, Murda.
I love it. He got third win at level 1, so he's willing to lose some health to some of these forts like that. Trying to pick off that mid fort. It's so low, they're not going to be able to do it as the temple is now active. And on the point right now is Tyrande for Pigeon Stitches. We got 5 red shirts nearby, and there's the polymorph on Arthur. They're looking for a kill here.
Oh, big swap comes out on advantage. It's awful risky in their positioning right now, but a Blizzard gets off before she goes down. She is going to fall. It's a 1-for-0 trade so far, and level 10s, although coming online for Pigeon Stitches, will they re-engage this temple 1 man down?
Olaf bribing a top bruiser camp, now going to be threatening a keep wall during this objective. We saw over on Volskaya Foundry where that push in the top lane was an issue for OC Peach Boys. Might be the same thing, but this time Phoenix going to respond early, maybe creating some room to get onto this temple for Pigeon Stitches.
They're kind of putting some tanks are colliding right now. Imperious popping his shield. Oh, big swap goes out in front of. She's kind of in safety though, right next to her tanks. But it's Tiny that's falling off the low, and he's gonna go down. Candy Crush.
Oh, there's a big stun by Tyrande. Should be enough to finish off attack tower as well. Soul, very low, is Leeming, barely gonna escape with that teleport, as OC Peach Boys are able to get the entirety of that temple. But they do lose a couple of heroes in the process, and now Pigeon Stitches moving directly over to the boss.
I was thinking that was a pretty good trade for Peach Boys, but now with this boss marching down the bottom lane, surely I don't know. They definitely won't be able to contest it here.
Yeah, I mean, if the right wing had a target to phase shift in on, but no one's nearby, Murden's all the way up top dealing with Balog. And that's just a great value pickup for Pigeon Stitches, who are now opting to not push with it, even though they have a Vikings comp. This is undoubtedly a mistake by them. Anytime you have Vikings, you can't be worrying about other lanes right now with the boss. They got to be pushing behind it.
Yeah, I definitely kind of agree with that. Is they backed up there to clear out the bruiser, which I think they almost certainly could have gotten that fort down in the bottom lane. But instead they elected for the bruiser here.
We'll see if it gets value with Balog. It's Murden up top dealing with it. As the rest of the team going to rotate. That Owl going to hit Ars Vicious, but he has Warp. He's going to be safe. There's going to be a bribe from Eric and another camp for Pigeon Stitches.
Yeah, I think this kind of plays into their like heavy macro focus, being able to rock those bribes, and that was an awful cheeky bruiser camp steal during that bottom temple. So I think if this game continues, it's going to be pretty hard here for Peach Boys to combat that pressure.
Tiny getting locked in, popping Avatar Blizzard on top, and the armor reduction's there, so phase shift once again has to be pulled out by Current just to keep Murden alive. And more notably is the fact that he had to burn an Avatar there. Won't have it for this temple, which is just now active.
And they kind of send Olaf to it, who's quickly scared away, jumping to safety in his cute little PJs, butt flap exposed. And, just a 1-for-1 temple trade here. Structure advantage is actually in favor of Peach Boys. Although, actually no, we're neck and neck here on structures. 1 fort remains for both of these teams.
Yeah, and still shooting at that outer turret there. You see finally falling on the side of Pigeon Stitches. Now, our blue team's moving up, heading towards this temple, which we've seen them do at the later portions of these, trying to get some kills on the back end as they get a double Lunar Flare inside a Blizzard, and Tiny's gonna fall as well. A double kill for Pigeon Stitches with Leeming possibly next. Yes, Imperious will secure that one. It's a triple, and now 6-1 in favor of Pigeon Stitches. Can play aggressive onto this camp. Artana's already started it for him.
Excuse me, we'll take this bruiser. We're Pigeon Stitches, we're moving in. Level 16 is now going to be online. All of a sudden, just like that, the Vikings power. You can see it here tonight in NGS. Division D West, a 3-level lead for Pigeon Stitches in this Game 3B.
They're going to get every single camp on the map colored blue right now. Pushing down bottom, Eric, and up top is the Super Camp, who's the rest of Pigeon Stitches. The spear, not enough to finish off Murden. Here's the Purification Salvo, just pushing them back. and that's going to be enough to defend the keep. But being down these 3 levels right now, you can just tell the mood of OC Peach Boys has kind of changed. They're just having to play this defensive turtle strategy at this point. All these lanes are pushed all the way towards their keeps.
Yeah, definitely a moment to kind of try to do some housekeeping, clear those lanes, find some experience on the map, and get it back somehow. They don't really have the best kind of solo lane heroes, you know, for responding to Vikings. But meanwhile, Artanis is going to be the pickoff here. Pigeon Stitch is moving in. On the hunt, attack power trying to get out of his life, gets speared. He's a cheeky swap, but the Lunar Flare's gonna connect, the Root's gonna connect, and he's gonna get saved by Brightwing one more time.
Oh, but did Current make a mistake? He did. Brightwing gonna fall as well. Might have just been the 1 kill, Brightwing, but you hate to see it. The Fairy Dragon's down.
Earlier in the game, you know, we did see that kind of those clutch saves coming in, but once we got this 2-3 level lead, the damage numbers are just too much for the little Fairy Dragon to combat. And yeah, it's a 2-for-0 trade. 18's now online. Still a full level away from those 16 talents.
Another good Lunar Flare and another Murd and under trouble. Popping Avatar inside the Blizzard again is Tiny, and this time Avatar not enough to keep him alive. 9th kill of the game for Pigeon Stitches. They're up top, trying to push in on this keep. As down bottom, look at Eric. He's on the temple, getting some channels off for Pigeon Stitches. The fight's still breaking out. Warp not gonna work for Phoenix. He's down. Still in trouble is Current and attack power, and Artana's gonna fall as well. Another double kill for Pigeon Stitches, and this is looking like the end, Mark.
Yeah, we were getting through the Peach and right onto the pit. Pigeon Stitches taking a big old bite out of this Peach here. And looking pretty healthy. 2 keeps gonna surely be falling. Probably not gonna be quite enough to end the game, as the death timers are still pretty short here, only 13 minutes into this match.
And they get a wall from the mid keep down as well, so what was a bad situation for the OC Peach Boys has now been made even worse, and this might be the critical point where it's all gonna fall apart as Pigeon Stitches move on to their 2nd boss of the game. And I don't know if OC Peach Boys can get here in time, and even if they do, I don't like their odds in this fight.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they're gonna have no choice but to surrender to this boss and hopefully take a fight and burn it down before it hits the core. Tiny kind of anchoring for his team here, sniffing out the siege camp, but nothing he can really do about it. Pigeon Stitches marching down the bottom lane with a boss, and just 1 pair of siege giants here.
And Mark, level 20 talents just secured.
No.
So this is looking like they're gonna try to close it out here. 13 minutes, almost 14 in on Sky Temple. Pigeon Stitches in game number 3, trying to take the set over OC Peach Boys here on the Thursday Night Showdown.
There's the big old boss done for the fireworks at the end. 1 member goes down just like that. Pigeon Stitches moving on to the core and looking for more kills.
GG's already thrown in chat there by attack power, as that boss will be enough to secure the night and secure the win for Pigeon Stitches.
Wow.
And, you know, we talked about the standings.
Yeah.
This is now making it a little interesting because Pigeon Stitches adding 2 points. They're going to have a 3-point lead over the OC Peach Boys here in our final week of the season.
And that's going to bring them up to, I believe, tied for 1st place there, with 21 points total.
1 point behind Bugin Squad.
Pigeon Stitches, aren't they 19?
They're at 19. I have Bugin Squad at 22 right now.
Oh, okay. Maybe I have to refresh. But yeah, wow, what a way to end a best of 3 series with the Lost Vikings on Sky Temple. And was that Peach's pick, or
that was the first pick from Pigeon Stitches?
Okay.
Yeah, they had given map selection over to OC Peach Boys a couple times there.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a win on Sky Temple. Let's be sure to show these talents as I'm trying to reach out to a member of Pigeon Stitches. Let's see who I can find.
Yeah, and just catching up with chat here. Shout outs to Moist Weenus coming in with some 69 biddies. Definitely appreciate that. Pretty sweet stun chain by Pigeon Stitches. Absolutely, totally psycho.
Mark, I'm gonna head over to lobby 1 NGS if you want to join me there.
Yeah, roger that.
Might have to go ahead and mute you on one of these so I don't get double audio from you.
I went talk for a second.
Hey! Oh, hey, Black and Avian joining us here for an interview. Winning 2-1 over OC Peach Boys. What a night it was here on a Thursday night showdown. How you feeling?
Oh, pretty good. That was a really great game.
Yeah, it was really great. It was exciting. Tomb of the Spider Queen was great. Volskaya was even better. And then that final map, Sky Temple, the best of them all. Just a really exciting set. Like, our nerves still really high. Like, it seemed like it was pretty tight the whole night.
Oh yeah, no, we had another teammate watching the stream, and like he just like joined us for just like talk about that game. We were still in the middle of hype. Oh, that was some stressful stuff.
So I got to bring in.
Excited.
Oh, there you go.
See that Vikings coming out to round off the series, and yeah, congratulations, Black and Avian.
Oh yeah. It was a really great thing. Sadly, this was like what happened for that map is we had to restart it.
Oh, yeah. So a little bit of internet lag, and I called it a weather delay. But you guys were able to get back in, finish the game out. Does that do anything to the mindset of the team in the moment? Does it kind of reset like the good play? And how does a pause like that impact your team?
Yeah.
Our team, so we don't plan for this stuff to happen, but when they do, we take that moment to figure out what we're all doing, and kind of like just have those reset what we're thinking.
Kind of like a huddle up moment, like
Exactly.
assess the situation, a little bit of a breather.
Yeah.
And yeah, so tell us a little bit about Pigeon Stitches. How long have you guys been playing together? How long have you been friends? How long have you been in the NGS? What's the background story for Pigeon Stitches?
I think the answer to all three of those is the same. I think we're coming up on a year now, because I got this team together for the last season of NGS, and we've been playing ever since then. And almost everyone on the team now is I met then, with the only addition being our healer now, Slava, who we met after the season ended, and we've been playing through Heroes Lounge in this season.
Well, Slava did such a good job tonight. Played the Lucio in games 1 and 2, and especially game number 1 paired with that Medivh from Fox. We were fanboying hard over here. Just very talented play. The circle of protection from Medivh was so good, and Slava with those barriers just on point with all that poison damage.
Yeah.
Any other words about the play, not only from Slava but also Fox there in that game number 1?
I always think Fox does really well when we go with the Medivh. And as for Anna's or Slava's Lucio, she does. That was actually like one of her. Like, we don't normally have her play that hero, so it was just one of those we picked more for having Lucio on that map than for any sort of comfort pick, and she turned out to be like really good at it.
Oh, the wall kicks were there too. Like it was some pretty good play. I enjoyed it, and certainly impactful there in game number 1 and 2. Game number 3. This is the first map you picked tonight. You brought us to Sky Temple. What was going through the minds after losing game number 2 and then having to make that decision?
So after we lost that second game and we had the choice, we kind of wanted to take it to a Vikings. So that just left, we kind of wanted to do either Alterac or Sky Temple, and we just decided to go for the Sky Temple. Kind of just, it's one of our older favorites, and I think that's really it.
So it was the idea was
say?
thinking Lost
Ready to have a
Vikings
little
the whole
fun?
way, and get on a map where we can use it to its best form, basically.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think that's a really like kind of crucial kind of like back pocket ace you can kind of pull out if it's under your belt as a team, in especially towards the end of the season here, going into playoffs. And yeah, at the third game, kind of something to mix things up. And yeah, you guys did a fantastic job at executing it.
One thing though, a little risky. You guys take it in that final draft pick, but you already had seen on the other side the Li Ming. Was there any second thoughts after seeing Li Ming as the mage choice for OC Peach Boys?
No, not at all.
Okay, all right. There's confidence you're not going to get blasted open by an orb, I guess.
Fox is confident in that.
Well, Mark, do you have any final questions here?
Yeah, well, we're going to be going into playoffs pretty soon. And any kind of team you got your eyes on, or any previous little vendetta or something? Maybe you dropped a series or a match against a team in the past. Who you got your eyes set on here for the playoffs?
I think for the playoffs, when it comes to our division, I don't think there's anyone that we really hold a grudge against or wanting to see play again. But personally, I always, because they've been kind of dodging us when it comes to divisions and all that, the Nexus Cats is someone that we're eager to play at the end of the playoffs.
Interesting, the Nexus Cats. I've heard they're doing pretty darn well over in Div D East, sitting near the top. Yeah, any Nexus Cats members here in the chat? We'll have to let them know.
Yeah.
For those of you watching at home and aren't catching on to the joke, Mark Zombie, of course, being on that team and doing so well this season over in the East. But hey, or I guess you guys are in the West as well. But what's the deal with next season? Any news you got, Mark Zombie?
For the Cats, for the Nexus Cats brand, the team, or
yeah, the brand. You say you had some exciting news.
Yeah, so we're kind of throwing together, mid-season we threw together the Nexus Turds. It's kind of our sister team, and I've had so many people kind of reaching out to me. So we're now spinning up a brother team, as we're calling it, the Nexus Zombies. I will remain on the Cats, of course, but we got another Nexus Zombies team going to be joining us here in the next NGS season. So watch out for them.
Super stoked for that. But we got Black and Avian here. You guys took a big win tonight over a team that was very closely matched, and now you move into a three-way tie for second place with Clouded Minds and Asmo Carry, and you guys still have one game to play that they already have played, so you have opportunity to move all the way up to first place. Is it a possibility? Let us know.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
Well, are you gonna throw out a guarantee right now?
Oh, I'm not gonna throw out a guarantee because you never know what's gonna happen on game day. But
Fair enough.
We never go into a match looking for anything less than a domination.
Awesome. Hey, congratulations again. Congratulations to your team. Before I let you go, though, I gotta give you time for some shout-outs. So Black and Avian, the floor is yours.
Okay, so my first shout out is to Def on our team, who apparently in that last game was the only Def. He feeds way too much. And then I gotta give a shout out to everybody else, and definitely Shives, who was watching the stream. And I think that'll be it for me.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations. Best of luck moving forward, especially next week when the playoffs kick off. Looking forward to checking out some Pigeon Stitches.
Yeah, congratulations, Black and Avian.
Yeah, well, thanks for having us.
Pleasure.
All right, have a
Absolutely.
great night.
Take care.
All right, so we're back here, Mark. I don't know if you can still hear me.
Oh, I can hear you loud and clear here, Murda.
So we made it through the night. It's Thursday night. It's been special all season long. We've been bringing you the action since week 1, and we're here. It's week 8. It's the final show of the season, and you're first getting to join me, so I appreciate that. But any final words to wrap up the season of Thursday Night Showdown?
Oh, jeez. Final words. Pigeon Stitches? Watch out, because the cat claws are coming out, and bird, it's kind of our favorite meal item, so...
I can't agree more. You want to let these viewers know where they can find you over on the interwebs?
Oh, sure, why not? Twitch.tv/MarkZombie. I'm a Heroes of the Storm streamer. I play other games as well. Do some co-op streams with my lovely girlfriend here, Amanda Pandemonia, in the chat, dropping in to check on me. What is up, Amanda? And yeah, it's right there on the screen, Mark Zombie on Twitter if you want to follow me there. But I'm pretty active on Twitch. So yeah, and thank you, Murda. This was a fantastic night. I'm so thrilled to be here on the Nexus Gaming Series page.
I just hit the
absolute
buttons.
blast.
Jason, shout out to Jason because
Yes.
he's been the production director all season long, putting all this together. He's the one who pairs me with Mark Zombie tonight when I would have otherwise been stuck here alone. So thank you to Jason. Thank you also to Weenus, who does so much stuff behind the scenes with Jason. Can't do without you two. Everyone else who's helped contribute, the crew from Nexus Edge, all of our analysts all season long that have been contributing. Special shout out to my regular co-caster Ghost Dunk for being here with me all season long. And our other production assistant, Seventh Ace, and Philindrith for the observing he's done this season. Can't do it without you guys, and looking forward to some really, really great playoff matches in the coming weeks.
Yeah, and speaking of NGS and all those fantastic volunteers, putting their time and effort into this this game and this project that we all love, go if you can spare some extra dollars to kick in. We got a Patreon set up. If you just scroll down in the panels below, you can click that link. And if you want to support on Patreon, they're there, and they will appreciate it wholeheartedly.
They certainly will. Everyone will certainly appreciate it. I also have to say appreciations to everyone who followed tonight, everyone who rated, sent bits, subscribed, was just an active participant in chat. We couldn't do these shows without you, so Papa bless, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys in the playoffs next week. For now, though, I'm Murda. I've been joined all night by Mark Zombie. Thanks again, my man.
Of course, thank you, Murda.
We'll see you guys in the Nexus.
Goodbye.